Hi, everybody. It is the African Witch Bitch. Hi. Tonight, I am going to do a tutorial on a different type of spell. This one is called Bitch Better Have My Money. Now, we've all been there where we've either loaned money out or we did some work for somebody and they never paid you, or they did you dirty. Maybe they stayed at your house and they said that they would pay you X amount of dollars and they decided not to pay you or to do you wrong. Maybe it doesn't necessarily have to be a person. It could be a business. The I, the motherfucking aura, and the motherfucking S can owe you some money, but they're lagging. It could be you're owed from your last job. We've all had janky ass employers who didn't pay us, or they shorted our check and they refused, or whatever the case may be. So let me get started. Okay. First thing you're going to need is a green candle. Okay. It does not have to be necessarily be this big, but it does have to be a candle that's green that you can actually etch in, that you could write on, big enough for you to write in. You can use the little chime candles. I have some over there, but you don't have to necessarily use one this size. The glass candle can work, but I prefer that you use a candle that you can write on. But if all you have is one of those 7-day glass candles, get you a marker and write on the side of that if that's all you have, okay? Now, you're gonna need a plate or a fireproof dish that gonna sit this bitch on top, okay? You're also gonna need some paper and petition paper. You are gonna need some abracamino. This is road opener. This is optional, but it is a spell booster, okay? You're gonna need some type of attraction oil. The attraction oil that I'm using is called Stop Evil, because I think it's evil as fuck for somebody to owe somebody money and not pay them. But you can use any attraction or commanding oil that you wish. If you don't have any commanding oil, if you don't have any attraction oil, if all you have is some motherfucking olive oil in your house, use that. In a pinch you can, but I highly recommend you get some sort of commanding oil or an attraction oil, because what you are trying to do is attract the energy of this motherfucker paying you what he owe you, or what she owe you, or what they owe you. Okay? All right. So this is what I'm going to do. Starting off, I'm going to take a few granules of abracamino. They come like in a little thing like this, or sometimes it might be little smaller granules. I'm going to put them in my mortar and I'm going to grind them down. Smash them, and while I'm smashing them, I'm thinking about how much this motherfucker owe me money and they not paying me. But when I loaned it out, or when I did the work, or whatever it is I did, they was all nice and all happy and shit like that, you know, to receive. But when it's time to ante up what they owe, now all of a sudden it's a completely different energy. Yeah, you about to get this work, bruh. Yeah, whoever you are, you about to get this work. Now, there's two different ways you can go about this. You can have the person pay you, or the entity pay you, or you can have them pay you and you want to fuck their life up at the same time. That all just depends on your integrity. But for the sake of this spell, I'm not finna fuck their life up. I literally just want what's mine, or, you know, for the tutorial of the spell. The next thing that I'm going to add is my own personal money spice. I actually make this myself. I cannot give out the recipe of this. If you're interested in purchasing some money spice, it is very, very cost effective. And I'm going to explain that towards the end of this video. But if you do not have money spice, you get you some cinnamon. But this I use because I make this myself. I'm going to add a little bit of that. Very little. Inside my mortar. And I'm grinding it all up together. And you thinking about how much they owe you and how they not gonna pay you, and how they purposely have the money but they don't want to pay you. See, that part I don't understand. If somebody come up to you today and was like, can I have $5? They have a different complete energy. But when they said I'll pay you back next week, and next week come and now they want to get irritated because you want your money back. They weren't irritated when they asked you for it, but now they're irritated. Or you went to work every single day for those 2 weeks or that 1 week, but when it's time for your job to give you your money, now all of a sudden it's but they want to, nah, you owe me, you pay me. And if you are getting to the point where you got to resort to spell work, that means that you've given them opportunity, chance after chance, and they want to still dick around with your money. Yeah, they about to get this work. Next, you're going to need a bay leaf. You're going to write the person's name on the bay leaf. And as I said before, when I write on bay leaves, I prefer to use marker. But if you don't have a marker, baby, use a pencil or pen, whatever it is you use. But it's easier for me to write on a marker. And you write that person's name and how much they owe you. You're going to place that bay leaf on the plate, okay? You're going to place the bay leaf on the plate. You're going to take your candle. Then you're going to carve whoever it is that owe you money, carve their motherfucking name in this candle, and you're going to carve it towards you, okay? Like letter by letter all the way down. You're going to carve it towards you. You're going to turn the candle clockwise, and you're going to carve exactly the dollar amount that they owe you in this candle. Full name, first name, last name. If you can fit it on a candle, get you a candle big enough for you to fit this on, okay? People love to play with my money, huh? Dollar amount. Turn the candle, dollar amount. Right after you write the dollar amount, you're going to write right under the dollar amount, pay me. Sit that right there for a minute. Then you are going to get you a trusty partition paper. And on this partition paper, you are going to write 3 times the person's full name. Okay? And the dollar amount. Dollar sign. Make sure you add a dollar sign. The spirits love to work with symbols. You're going to write their name again. Dollar sign and the amount they owe you. Okay? After you write their name on this petition paper, you're going to turn this bitch clockwise. You're going to fold it once. You're going to turn this bitch clockwise again. You're going to fold it again. You're going to turn this bitch clockwise again, and you're going to fold it again. You're going to take this petition paper, and you're going to place it underneath the candle and the bay leaf. You're going to place them both underneath, okay? So that the candle is sitting on top of the petition paper and the bay leaf. Okay, make sure you flatten out your petition paper so that your candle sits steady on it. Okay, but before you officially place the candle on the bay leaf, there's one more step I forgot. Excuse me. Get you a regular piece of paper or a sack or whatever it is you use, and you're going to add your commanding oil. You're going to anoint the candle. When you hold the candle, you're going to hold it towards you. And you're gonna anoint it towards you. And you're gonna turn it clockwise so that the candle is completely saturated. And as you're doing it, like I said, you're thinking, okay, you're thinking about how this person owes you this money. And they could have paid you, but they want to fuck around with your good heart. I don't care how much it is. If it's $1, if it's 50 cents, if it's owed to you, then it's honestly and rightfully yours. I don't care if it's the IRS. If it's the state you live in, if you did some work and you're a contractor and they never gave you what they owed you, yeah, this is highly effective. After the candle is completely saturated, you lay it down on the paper and you get you the herbs that you crushed up. I have abracamino and money spice. If you do not have money spice, unless you order it from me, you won't have it, or you can get money spice from somebody else, or you can make your own money spice. You are going to sprinkle this on the paper and the candle, and you're going to roll the candle up so that it's completely saturated and covered. The excess you're going to sprinkle on the plate. And look at how pretty that is. You see that? Sit that on the petition. And if you're having issues sitting your candle on top of your petition paper, you can always sit it beside it. But that's fine, because the whole premise is, look, what's going to happen is the wax is going to melt down on this, and that's what's going to cause the spell to be complete. Okay? You do all that. You got it. Now you're going to sit here with your intent into this candle. You're going to think about the first day that person came up to you to borrow the money, or the work that you did, or you going to work every day, whatever the situations are that are surrounding how they owe you the money. You're going to think about that, and you're going to think about the energy that they had the day they borrowed it. And then you're going to think about how many times you've asked them to pay you, and you're going to think about the energy that they're displaying now. Completely different energy. You're going to put that in, and then you're going to picture them contacting you and paying you what they owe you, or submitting a check, or hitting your Cashapp, whatever it may be. But I need you to put your intent. That's the kicker, and that's the key to any type of spell work you do, is your intent and the energy that you're putting into the spell. Okay? You're going to get you some matches or a lighter. And again, you sit here for as long as you need to, for as long as your ancestors tell you to sit here. You're going to light this bitch. And you're going to sit here and let it burn all the way down, all the way. If you're the type of person that has to go to work and you can't leave a candle, here's a quick tip. Take this thing, put it inside like a pan or a dish, run some water in your bathtub or in your sink. Either way, it could be a bathtub or a sink. And run some water, and you don't even have to blow your candle out while you're at work or while you're away or whatever. You can let it burn inside a bathtub with water all around it. Or you can put it in your sink with water all around it. Okay, so basically what I wanted to tell you guys, hope you can still see me through the candlelight, is that, like I've stated before in my other videos, hoodoo is very inexpensive. If anybody ever come at you and tell you that you need to pay X amount of dollars, this astronomical amount, in order to get some work done or to do some work, they are full of shit. And I'm telling you, from this African witch bitch to any other practitioners out there, is hella fucked up to gouge people who are in need. My ancestors won't allow it. I cannot. I will not. So if you ever were to purchase any products from me, I guarantee you it's going to be extremely cost effective minimally. And I'm extremely selective on people that I take on as clients and do work for. And if you ever get the honor of having me do some work for you, I guarantee you I won't break your bank. And if anybody asks you that you need to pay, or tell you need to pay a whole bunch of money in order to get something done or get something removed off you, you tell them I said fuck you and you're full of shit, because that right there is the number one way for you to tell if a person is a scam artist or not. If they're trying to heavily profit off hoodoo or any type of magical practice, I'm telling you they're full of shit, because our ancestors didn't have next to nothing. And that's where hoodoo comes from. It's African and African-American folk magic, and our ancestors had nothing, and they had to practice in secret. So I'm sure that when hoodoo was first being birthed, they did not have hundreds and hundreds and thousands of dollars to give to somebody to do some work for them or to purchase products. They had to walk around and sneak herbs from the earth. So I'm just here to let you know, anybody telling you need to pay a whole bunch of money is full of shit. And don't fall for it either. If you have any questions about any of my videos, or any questions about something you might be going through, please feel free to hit me up. In the description box is my contact information. And again, you let this burn down, the wax will melt. And when it is complete, you're going to dispose of this in nature. We always be respectful to nature anytime we practice. You guys have a great night. And if you have any questions, please feel free to hit me up. And this right here is called Bitch Better Have My Money spell. Ashe.